What's going on, my Jack brother? Coach Scott here. This past weekend, one of my coaching clients and very good friends, Aaron Sanchez, came to visit from North Carolina, helped celebrate my birthday. We got in 3 killer workouts, ate some delicious meals, had some fantastic conversations, and I am stoked to share this footage with you. Now, because he's only here for 3 days, we decided to roll with a push-pull leg split. We kick things off with a leg workout. The first exercise in that leg workout is a hack squat. Now, Aaron doesn't have access to a hack squat at his gym, so took a little bit to find the right footing that felt most comfortable for him, allowed him to get into the right range of motion that suits him best. He's used to just doing barbell back squats at his gym, and that's an exercise that I haven't incorporated in my training in a couple years. I just found that every time I was trying to work it back into my training, it just didn't feel good on my lower back or my hips. So I love the feel of the hack squat here. I love that I can push my back into the padding there. I love that I can get incredible depth and a great focus specifically on the quadriceps here. And this is a weight, 290 pounds, that I haven't lifted since mid-June when I pulled my hamstring doing some hill sprints. Since it recovered, I've been working myself back up here. I get 7 repetitions here, which I'm really happy with. I think mid-June there, I was at my peak with this weight, able to get 9, maybe 10 repetitions. I forget if it's 9 or 10, but I'm really happy that I'm getting damn close to that right now. I'm really excited to see how I progress throughout the remainder of this month here. And again, when I'm pushing it, like, this is true momentary muscular failure for me. So taking that deep breath in at that lap before doing that last rep to really push it, test my limits there. Now, Aaron and I had some great conversations about rest intervals. He's used to like hitting that timer on his watch between sets and resting for about 2, sometimes 3 minutes between sets, depending on the exercise there. So whether he feels fully recovered or not, as soon as that timer goes, he gets back at it. Whereas for myself personally, that is an approach that I used to follow. After all, like I did thought, like, how do you know if you're truly making progress if you're not keeping things consistent? If you allow yourself to rest longer and you're able to get more reps, is that true progression, or should you be just keeping things dialed in with the exact same rest periods? For myself personally, right now, I don't use a stopwatch. I don't time my rest intervals. I just roll. I wait till I feel fully recovered and I can give the best of myself to the next set. So after these 2 exercises, we did 3 sets there, 8 to 12 repetitions. We did leg extensions and leg curls. Aaron, because he's not used to leg, only has 1 leg press in his gym too, so doesn't get to perform either of these exercises, well, the leg press very often, and he doesn't get to perform the hack squat. He was definitely feeling the muscle soreness. It wasn't so much delayed. His legs were sore the very next day and throughout the remainder of this trip. So it just goes to show, like, incorporating a different exercise into your training, it's a different stimulus that can definitely challenge your body in different ways. That night, Aaron joined my family and I for all-you-can-eat sushi to celebrate my birthday. We ate light throughout the day. I had a shake for breakfast, a protein bar post-workout, and then dinner here was about 4:30, between 4:30 and 5 o'clock. We enjoyed a craft beer, we enjoyed a Tokyo Mule, and then dessert, when they found out it was my birthday, they brought me out these like deep fried cheesecake, and then afterwards everyone came back to my place for cheesecake on a stick. Absolutely freaking delicious. The second day we hit our pull workout. We had some fantastic conversations throughout this workout. I think it was during the pull down where Aaron had asked me, what are you trying to hit here? Are you trying to work the teres minor, teres major, some of the upper back muscles, or are you really focused on lats? And I know where this question is coming from, because you see a lot of fit pros out there kind of waving their fingers at you saying that exercise doesn't work the lats, that's an upper back exercise there, that's only working your teres minor. If you want to shift more emphasis to the lats, you got to do it, perform your exercise in this way. And I just find the fitness industry is doing a fantastic job of overcomplicating our workouts right now, and oftentimes like even taking the fun out of our training. As I told Aaron, basically, as long as you're getting a variety of exercises in your training, you're training with proper form, you're gonna hit all those muscle fibers. You're gonna hit all those muscles in your upper back and your lats. So don't obsess over trying to, oh, this exercise only works the lats. No exercise is ever just going to work your lats. You're gonna always work in some upper back muscles. When you're working your upper back muscles, you're always gonna work some lats in there. So just get in a variety of exercises in your training program. It doesn't have to all be in in one workout plan or one training phase just throughout the year to make sure you're stimulating all of your back muscles. We also had a great conversation about tempo. You can see like Aaron has phenomenal tempo with his training. Good little squeeze, a little bit of pause with the contraction there. Great tempo through both the eccentric portion of the movement where it's raising up and a nice and explosive on the way down, but controlled. We had a great conversation about rep ranges as well. He was asking me like, what kind of rep ranges do I prefer to work in? Do I find are best? Especially because like with the recent research that has come out, that all rep ranges work. Now, for me personally, I find mostly like the 6 to 12 range is where I tend to fall most of the time. But honestly, guys, like I barely pay attention to the reps that I'm performing with a lot of the exercises. I'm just focused on giving my best effort. If I am training to true momentary muscular failure, I know I've given my best effort to that workout. And that's the key. When you are performing higher repetitions, I was mentioning to Aaron that a lot of people, especially if you're doing like 12 to 15, even 15 to 20 repetitions, when that burning sensation starts to kick in, that's when a lot of people will stop the exercise and they fall short of failure. Whereas if you're in like the 6 to 12 rep range, it's less likely that it's going to be the burning sensation that causes you to stop. It's just that you can't lift that weight anymore. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I like to keep that rep range a little bit lower, and I don't like to do too many high rep sets unless it's like certain body parts. Certain exercises may just feel better performing higher repetitions. So going with what suits me best at the time, but really making sure the most important thing that I'm training to true momentary muscular failure there. We did do dumbbell rows, just 2 sets of dumbbell rows after the pull downs there. Just one exercise for the biceps. Like we were spent after this and really looking forward to getting on with it and some more great eating just to fuel these gains. You can see Aaron's arms look freaking phenomenal. Nice pump that he's got going on there. Cable bicep curls, definitely one of my favorites. And post-workout, we had sushi once again. Both of us are sushi addicts. I wanted to expose him to some of the different sushi restaurants that we eat at. Later that night, went to an authentic Mexican restaurant. I had 2 quesadilla tacos and 2 bao buns, pork belly bao buns. Aaron had a delicious poke bowl. No alcohol. Actually, he didn't have any alcohol. I had, oh man, I forget what the drink. Not a margarita. Aaron recommended it to me. He'll comment down below in the comment section there. Now, Aaron had the 2 drinks on Thursday night, the first night he was there, and he's like kind of feeling hungover from that. That had an impact on him for the next few days because he doesn't hardly drink at all. It's been months since he's had a drink, and he's just finding like his body is not responding very well to alcohol anymore. So if he does drink, he's going to be keeping it to 1 drink. I thought I was lightweight. I pretty much keep it to 1 drink as well, maybe 2 at the most. But yeah, listening to your body, that is key. He used to love alcohol. He used to drink a lot of alcohol, but his body just isn't, it's just not tolerating it like it used to, which is a good thing. I would embrace that for sure. Now it's workout number 3. This is the push workout. The sun was in our eyes for most of this training session here. Aaron absolutely freaking loved this hammer strength chest press. It is my favorite piece of equipment when it comes to chest training here in my gym. It's just so freaking smooth, and I love that it converges. Like the hands come closer together at the top, kind of like if you were using dumbbells, a little bit wider down at the bottom. Again, look at the controlled form from Aaron here. True momentary muscular failure, where the final rep that he pushes upwards, you can tell it's just a little bit slower. It would be a struggle to do another rep, so just nice, slow, controlled, negative at the end there. For myself, I was stoked. So I have reintroduced Tomcat Alley combined with Systanch into my supplementation for the past week here. After I think it was 3 days of using it, my reps went from 6 to 8 with this weight, and here today I was able to push out 9 repetitions. I cannot wait to see how my body progresses using Tomcat Alley and Systanch over the coming months here. So again, the final repetition, nice slow. I mean, that is true momentary muscular failure. Again, a nice super slow eccentric portion of the movement here to finish it off. Moving on to the incline dumbbell bench press. I'd say probably about a 30-degree angle here, like 25 to 30 degrees. We don't like a steep incline when it comes to the chest press here. Again, nice control. Look at Aaron's pecs just popping, just great contraction there. Notice like the angle of the bench, notice the angle of his elbows there, just safer on the shoulders, just when they're tucked a little bit there, probably say like 30 degrees away from the body there. Just smooth, controlled, focused movements. Again, just great conversations throughout this workout as well. For myself, I was talking about one of the conversations we had, like, every rep of mine may not look exactly the same. I'd say every one of Aaron's look the same there, but I play around with it. If something's just not feeling right with the angle of my elbows, I may flare them out a little bit more if it's feeling better. If that's not feeling good, I may tuck them in a little bit more. So it depends on the workout that I'm performing. I just go based on feel. I love training for feel, doing what suits me best in that moment. We had some great conversations about physiques and genetics, and Aaron was wondering, like, I started weight training when I was 13 years old. He didn't start till later in life, and he was wondering, like, if he had started younger, if he would have been able to pack on more muscle, like what his genetic potential would truly look like there. He's about 5'8", 155-ish pounds. I'm about 5'7", 148-ish pounds, so very close in stature, very close in weight. Another great conversation we had was when he asked for my opinion. If I was him, would I bulk or cut right now? Of course, my answer, as always, as a coach, is like, well, how do you feel? Like, how do you feel about your level of leanness? How do you feel about the potential of maybe gaining a little bit of fat as you're going through a muscle building phase? And he didn't want anything to do with that. He's like, no, if you were me, what would you do? And honestly, I told him, I'm like, dude, you're freaking jacked. Like, you look incredible. Like, I think he is in his sweet spot right now where he's got an incredible level of leanness and balanced with an incredible level of fullness as well. I really see no reason for him to cut at this point. He looks freaking amazing, unless he wanted to do like a photo shoot. And even then, I think he's basically photo shoot ready at this stage where he's at right now. And just knowing that, I mean, getting any leader isn't really going to do him or his body any good. So I'm like, dude, just like hold where you're at and maybe go through a gentle calorie surplus where you're focused on building muscle. Again, led to a great conversation on how close we are to our genetic potential. Aaron's 41, I'm 47. And we follow a lot of other bros like Alberto Nunez, who just competed. He hasn't competed in 5 years. He's been going through like staying like muscular, like in a muscle building phase all this time, cuts down and basically the same weight on stage. But even though you're the same weight, we had a great conversation about other competitors who show up on stage, sometimes even lighter than they were in previous years, but actually look better. It's like more creating that muscle density, that muscle maturity there. And then again, just talking about like the big picture, especially when we're at the stage of the game where muscle gains come slow and steady, just really looking at things, taking a big picture outlook. And Alberto has shared some great posts recently throughout as he's nearing this contest here about having that like a 10-year vision, that what you're doing right now, like you can't think so much in the short term, like what I'm doing right now, how it's impacting my physique this month or even next month or even this year. It's like having a 10-year plan or a 10-year vision. Like it takes time to build your body. And even looking like guys like Peter Fitchin, I think, Weightology, he shared from pictures from when he was 20 compared to 36 right now, and he's gained about 5 pounds during that time, so younger age. And these guys like Jeff Alberts, Alberto Nunez, like dialed freaking in with their nutrition, with their training, they're doing all the right things, and just showing like how slow and steady it is for us natural lifters. A different ball game if you are enhanced, but again, not even those people who are enhanced, if you've been lifting for like 20, 30 years, your gains are still gonna come at a much slower rate. It's not your ticket to like explosive gains for the rest of your life or anything. We do have genetic limits and it does slow down over time. So we had some fantastic conversations about that while we're training, just putting things in perspective, because we can be our own worst critic at time, like looking at yourself, am I lean enough? Should I get a little bit leaner? Start doubting yourself and everything. No, like you look freaking amazing where you're at right now, solid full. Just enjoy the process, like find joy in the journey. Just train for the love of training, give the best of yourself to it. Give the best of yourself to your nutrition, consuming whole natural nutrient foods, just fueling your body with what it needs to perform its best and feel its best. Just have fun throughout the process. That is what it's all about. Post-workout, we had a big ass bowl of Greek yogurt, frozen berries, a protein bar crumpled up in there, a scoop of protein powder. And then we head across to Detroit, Michigan, where we had dinner at Marrow. Nice charcuterie board there. I had lamb, he had scallops, we had some salmon tartare, meatball, dessert, we had a little peanut butter type thing. Next morning, I had quiche for breakfast there. we got to explore Detroit. This was Aaron's first time visiting Detroit. It's right across the border for me. I'm in Bell River, Ontario, grew up in Windsor, Ontario. So it was just fun to show him around, walked around like Ford Field, Comerica Park, the Little Caesars Arena there, walked down Woodward Avenue, Campus Martius area, lots of activity going on there, beautiful fall day out there. So just fun to share this experience with him. I mean, this is, I freaking love every opportunity I get to meet up and train with my coaching clients, whether I'm away at a conference and there's clients who live around there, try to get a workout with them. A big goal of mine is like travel the world and meet up with all of my clients wherever they are and just really get to connect with them on a much deeper level. Just share stories and just share, like really, it's one thing with these videos, I share my lifestyle, I keep things raw and real, but it's just nice to see how I live this lifestyle in person. Like what you see is what you get. What you see on the video is what you get when you meet me in person, but just see, like I keep things simple. I don't overcomplicate things, and it's all about experiencing the joy in the journey, the joy in the process, living life to the fullest with confidence, pride, zest, and vitality. A big goal of mine is to do some retreats where getting a bunch of my clients and members of the Jacked At 40 Club and the community of the Lose Fat Get Jacked community together at retreats, whether it's in a nice mountain area, scenic area where we can get out some hiking adventures, or a nice beach vacation, we get to chill together and have fun and then get some workouts in together as well. So big time vision for where I want to take this business, where I want it to grow. And again, building my business is all about building community. It's about making an impact and how everyone impacts each other. Like the whole Lose Fat Get Jacked community, we all have a positive impact at each other. We're all learning and growing together. I am learning from you guys just as much as you're learning from me. So it's all about the shared experience. So this was a fantastic opportunity to just reaffirm how rewarding this career truly is for me. And again, reaffirming the vision and the goals that I have for this business and for my life overall. Like it's big. I never see myself retiring. I love what I do. I can see myself being 80 years old, traveling the world, meeting up with you guys and just having a blast together. So I hope you enjoyed that footage. If you did, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, please do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I'd love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback, and before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Lose Fat Get Jacked. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.